Good morning. Good morning. MRA, all right. MRA did a great recovery. MARA, Marathon Digital Holdings. Bottom support is about 1947. Since it broke above the 23 resistance, I think it's going to go test that $30.89. And then above that, you can see 33.09. But it hasn't really been above that $19. I mean, between 19 and 23 is a good buy-in for shares. But yeah, it looked like it's gonna go test that $30.89 coming up soon for MARA. And Riot moved exactly the same. This is a little bit cheaper. Let me go to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I haven't even charted this one in a while, but we can do something. Let me set this up real quick. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, bro?
You already know, man. Relaxing.
For sure. I actually bought Amara in a ride call on Friday when I saw the spikes in crypto.
For sure. Smart.
A little weekend swing. Hey, yeah. I cashed out. I panicked so yesterday. You know, market went sideways.
You right?
So I probably could have made a little more if I held them, but I just got a little quick 30 for it.
No, for sure. As long as you collecting the check. It looked like for Riot, the bottom was $15.60. And resistance at $21.32 on the monthly. And then hold on, let me set this up real quick. And then we can see some levels in between here real quick. For sure. It's smart, man. Whenever crypto go down, these blockchain companies that's mining, very smart to get into those. Very, very smart.
I don't know if it's JFin or Black Pharaoh, but I got it from boy.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. They be on top of it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had support around the $14, $15 area. Then once it broke above the $16 resistance, $16.62, we had a nice little bounce above the 19 resistance. And now we're looking at 21.32 for that one. If we break above 21.32, of course, we can see more, but let's just see how things play out for sure. But I love these two. I mean, these are my first two blockchains I even knew about. And then, man, bruh, I accidentally executed an option and grabbed like 400 shares of MARA and like 200 shares of Riot. And then the next thing you know, it was $50 in the beginning of January of last year. I was like, dude, that was the best thing ever. Cause we were doing like $2 calls. These was like 50 cents or $1. Those penny stocks for the whole pandemic. And we were doing like $2 calls. Man, it was amazing. Amazing, man. But yeah, those two are definitely, definitely good to go. Look for, good supports to get in. It followed crypto. So when Bitcoin go to 34,000, I mean, that's a good area to buy Bitcoin. So it's a good area to buy Riot and MARA. So for sure. But overall today, man, we're looking slightly green going into this morning, which is a good sign. Hopefully we get the hold. The only thing that's been scaring me right now is this SPY level. It got resistance, is at resistance. It's been at resistance for a long period of time. And whenever you see multiple hits at this resistance level, that's kind of, scaring me a little bit. I think we may have a downside coming if we don't break above this area today at 446, 33 or 23, 33, whatever. But you notice how SPY has been literally at this level for a long period of time. Yesterday, it came down to about 441, then bounced right back up towards that 446. We can call it a consolidation, but it keep testing that resistance line. Hopefully we get a pop above this today and we get a run towards the 450. That'll give us a little bit of more comfort, but we're definitely playing with that resistance a little bit too much. I'm figuring if it don't break it, we may see some downside coming soon. So just brace yourself. I told you guys, March is not the biggest bullish month. We had one bullish week in March. So let's see what this week brings. But just get used to collecting that check. Yesterday was a crazy day, but overall, everything came and hit resistances and bounced back up. And I can show you that on the chart. So if you guys set your alert towards them resistances and supports, you will start seeing why those are very important. Starting off with Facebook. Facebook hit the 208. I told you 211 and 208 is the support levels for Facebook. After being at 116 multiple times, it came down to 208, 11, then bounced right back towards that 211 area. And now we're starting to see a little pickup here. Again, it's about 211.59 now. So hopefully we'll be able to hold this and we start seeing that retest towards that 220 like we want. But it's good that I know it seemed like everything was a frenzy yesterday. Things was going crazy off rip, but notice how everything came back down to supports and start cooling off, giving out more opportunities to get in. And that's why you set your alerts. That's why you just be prepared for, them support areas to hold up. Here go AMD. AMD broke all the way down to about 113. Our support level was at, where is that? About 113.18. It really didn't, it went that far in the beginning in the morning. It broke all the way down to as low as about 113 even, and then it bounced right back up to 117, and then came right back down to that 113.59, and then you starting to see it progress a little bit from there. Closed above the 115.36, which is a good sign also. So we're looking for the break above the 116.60 today. Let's go retest that 117.28, and then maybe we can get a little bit more at AMD, but I'm paying attention to it for sure. Especially with the video moving the way it's moving. But yesterday, those contracts spiked, 50% from up the first thing in the morning, then came down to another 75%. It was just doing crazy stuff yesterday. So let's see how it go. If you got some day trades, always have some day trades in your pocket, and just in case you see the profit come in and you start collecting them checks. CAT did the same exact thing that we wanted to do, was break above the 222. It had a huge run yesterday up to that 226 resistance. This is why you always just keep on putting in support resistance. I said once you get above 222.88, boom, there you go. It ran straight up to 226, came back down to the 222, and now you're starting to see it at 224.65. Hopefully we get that break above today. But I'm paying attention, still, just watching and learning and progressing. If you guys did get the CAT call yesterday, they were pretty cheap first thing in the morning when it broke, and then they got really expensive really quick when it ran all the way up to about 226, 227. So hopefully you guys taking advantage of what the market gives. You don't have to always, Monday and Tuesday gives you a little bit of cushion on the weekly contracts, but you don't have to go to 414 if you don't want to. If you got some day trades, do a little weekly, make a couple of dollars off of it and keep it moving. But everything is working according to plan. So far, so good. So if you guys got anything on CAT, congratulations on that one for sure. We just need that hold above 222.88, and then it did what it did pretty well. CLF, it was tiptoeing on 29 yesterday. Then the pre-market this morning is tiptoeing again on that 29. We really got to get above 29.69, which is that resistance from 2013. But it's progressing slowly but surely. Did 4% yesterday, looking like it's going to slowly but surely give us a little bit of move today. And I'm going to just keep on holding. Keep on holding. I think it's going to perform well. This has been a slow one, but it's definitely ever since it got above 26.50, which was our breaking point for the $23 calls that we had. It's just been doing pretty well, man. I'm really happy about this one. But it's not a huge mover. So you really got to have some patience on that. But yeah, them contracts are looking pretty good, consistently moving up slightly. So I might be looking at some day trades on it, depending on how it performs once it gets to this 29.69. But we also holding the Aprils for sure, man. We gotta have them Aprils held down. So congrats if you guys messed around with that one, man. It's been a couple movers, man. It's been a couple movers. We ain't go crazy, but it's been some good movers out there. Lucid. I'm still looking towards the Thursday for Lucid to really have a better move. Yesterday they did okay. It went straight towards resistance at 26, came right back down to 25. So we're in between that zone of 25 and 26, which is okay. But once we get above this 26, that's when I'm expecting something big to come. And we still got NEO earnings coming out on Thursday. So let's pay attention to Lucid. If you want to buy yourself some more time, if you got the weeklies, you want to roll them over, you can. But I think because PDD earnings came out this morning, did pretty well. Now Alibaba is moving. These Chinese stocks are moving pretty well. NEO may get a little sympathy. Lucid may pick up a little sympathy off of NEO. So let's pay attention to this one for sure. But 25 to 26 has been the range for now. Of course, you want to get in, around $20.19 for whole shares. But since then, it's been up and up. So let's see what we do once we break above this 26.13. And then maybe we can get that 29 move, and that'll be A+ for me. I'll be good to go. Nike, if anybody caught the Nike call, hopefully they should be up pretty nicely. There's that resistance at the 137 with the upgrades coming in, today. We may get another move about a Nike, hopefully, but it's that resistance at the 137 area. So hopefully we break above that. I want to see 145, and then I'll be able to, maneuver off those contracts. But let's see how today go. Earnings came out as expected, pretty good. I seen it. I told you guys once it get to like 130, 129, that's the area you really want to get it at. Those contracts are super cheap for the 150s. They came down to as low as like 45 cents. Probably lower than, I think it was like 37 cents. But either way, it worked out. So hopefully it give us a little bit of money today. But I really want to see that 145 test above this 137.96. So let's see how today go with Nike. We know we see the upgrades coming out. We see a lot of information coming out. So we definitely can capitalize off of that swing from yesterday. What else we got going on other than that? MRK was also on the list from Sunday. I'm watching this one going into next month. I just want to see what it does once it breaks above this 80. It ran up to $80 yesterday, didn't really hold it, came right back down to support at 78. So I really want to see what happens once we get above the 80. Hopefully we get a bigger move, but definitely keeping that in the back pocket just in case things go sideways or go wrong for the rest of the week with the rest of the trade. So let's see what happened, man. Anybody got questions, comments, or concerns?
Eric? What about silver? SLV.
Silver moves with gold. And again, I'm expecting the market to go kind of dry at least by next week or, mid-April. So hopefully we get that nice recovery over that, but we have to get above with silver, that $23.39. And then we'll start seeing that move back up to that high. It was at 24.81 when gold was running up. And then it came down to the lowest, the $22.81 or $22.69. And then it bounced right back up towards that 23. And now we're still in that realm of, trying to figure out which direction it's going to go. But I'm still watching it. I'm still watching it. I really think the market is going to go south, and then silver and gold will definitely pick up a little bit. Their option volume is still extremely high. You seen GLD did a little move yesterday, but I'm definitely paying attention. Let's see how it go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody else?
Yeah, hey Dave, on Nike, what are your plans for Nike? I'm probably gonna dump mine right open, but what do you think?
I want the 145 test. I really do. Depending on how
I bought mine with an expiration of April 14th.
Okay, that's straight. That's good. You should be straight. But I really want that break above the 137 and run a 145. 145 is my target
Okay.
for sure.
See what happens.
Yeah. And if it, you know, of course, if it start coming back down about 133, start watching that area for a hold. But overall, I really want to get that 145. That 145 would do us good. Especially with the upgrades and stuff coming out today, it should get a little bit of more momentum.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's what kind of made me rethink it. I'm all going to be up at open. I bought two right before close yesterday with April 14th expiration.
Yeah, for sure,
And
for
then I
sure.
saw it this morning, I'm like, well, shit, maybe I might rethink this.
I mean, it's right here at the line that we had set from yesterday at 137. I knew in the back of my mind at 137, 138 was the resistance. So I was just like, if Ernest come out, it runs right into it. Maybe we can get that extra little traction tomorrow. I mean, so that's what my thoughts when I was even looking at the trade. I knew that 137, 138 was going to be a hard, tough move there. So. Anybody else?
Oh, I have one other question.
What's up, Ida?
On Google. I know I've asked you about Google in the past.
Yeah.
What are you thinking right now? If I want to add some more shares, would be a realistic price we could get?
I'll just stick to the 2,500 price range. I mean, I think that's, you know, that's reasonable, especially with the split coming. It hasn't really been below 2,500. So even if it, you know, start coming down when the dip come again, when we come back around to another dip, even if it start coming down, then, you know, 2,500, you know, just stick to that. Stick to 2,500. And I always tell people, if you want to go long on something, just stick to the bottom price. Like, you know, keep averaging up or, you know, whatever is cool, but you'll be pissed if you average up now and then next month it come back down to 2,500. I mean, you'll be like, oh my God, no, I did it. So I always try to keep people in that, you know, that regular state. Even with Apple, I didn't even average down when Apple came to 149. I just stayed with the 154 price and just kept it moving. I mean, and I already bought Apple last year at 122. I mean, so I wasn't really tripping.
Right. It was like 25, I think, last week at one point.
Yeah.
And I totally missed that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Paying attention.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. Now I'd be up, you know, about 200 a share right now.
Yeah. Apple is the only company I literally buy every year. Like for the last 4 years, ever since pandemic and before the split, I just been buying Apple. I mean, I think Apple, you know, I like Apple. Everything else is just being held. I mean, collecting dividend, collecting dust. I think Apple is literally like so undervalued. I mean, I always tell people like, man, I don't understand how it's so undervalued like this. Like when it was at 118, I was yelling like, dude, we need to get Apple. And I mean, but Google, yeah, it's not going to come below 2,500. I don't think. I think it's going to play around in this range for a little minute. So just keep buying that 25. Even if it do break below it, once that split come, your price going to be still amazing. And then you'll be able to, you know, it's going to fly. A lot of people going to buy this after the split.
Yeah, I'm looking to do the wheel, you know, after the split.
Mm-hmm. What about Amazon? I mean, no one's thinking about Amazon. I think Amazon is going to be crazy. I think so many people have been waiting for Amazon to split. It's crazy. I think Amazon is going to be a huge deal. I think Amazon will be a bigger deal than Google. Anybody else? Let's see how the day go, man. Hopefully everybody being safe. You hope you guys are setting your alerts, being consistent, not panicking, going back to your chart, making sure your supports are holding, and just being consistent, man. Pay attention to UVXY at these low prices. I mean, pay attention to SPY at that resistance, man. That's a tough resistance, man. It's literally been fighting that resistance multiple times for multiple days. So I don't want nobody to start seeing it break down and we miss out on a nice trade, like a 430 put or like a 420 put. But let's pay attention to see how it go, man. It's really fighting this area. So this is going to give us a decision on how the market's going to react. So let's see. Anybody else? Hey, Dave, did you already talk about oil? Talk about Tom? Oh, no. Let me look at ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil did almost 5% yesterday. Right up towards resistance again. 82.68 is the resistance, support is 81. But yesterday it was at like 79. I think we talked about like $85 calls off the rip. And it ran up pretty nicely, but we do have to get above the 82.68 for that $84 target. So let's see how it go. But oil is going to probably slow up. The rest of the market pretty green. Oil may slow up a little bit, and then we'll just have to go from there. All right, thanks. Yeah, for sure. Make sure y'all rotating. Make sure y'all rotating. If you're not doing puts on what you just have for calls, you guys know this market has been going sideways. It's been going big spikes, little spikes. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys are rotating or grabbing puts or, you know, maneuvering exactly how you're supposed to and being patient. Because, it can suck you dry during this time because of the sideways movement, but you got to maneuver with it. You know what I mean? We got some good trades out there. We just got to be patient for the entries. That's the thing. Don't get overzealous. All right, y'all.
What's your price for Amazon? You're buying for it?
Oh, after the split, I'm not touching it.
Oh, you're not gonna put-
Nah, I'm gonna wait till after. I don't want to load up on Amazon, and you know what I mean. It's gonna dip. It's gonna dip after the split.
You know when the split supposed to occur for Amazon?
I thought they were talking about May. I think that what Ken said something about May. They're gonna have another meeting and announce the date. So let's see how that go. But yeah, Amazon's gonna definitely be a prize to anybody because if they split it at the prices at now, I think that would come out to be like 175 or 180, something like that. That would be crazy. But it's gonna probably go up a little bit. I mean, so yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get that much of a discount, but hopefully we get a discount. Because Amazon's gonna be huge. Y'all know Amazon ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Hell no, this house alone is full Amazon.
Well, for sure, bro. I mean, literally, people been waiting for this Amazon split for a long, long time. Like affordable shares and one of the biggest companies in the world. Period. It's gonna be
Amazon and
crazy.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney just she reminded me of DoorDash. So don't forget DoorDash. Amazon and DoorDash.
Let me look at Dash real quick since you mentioned it, because some of the IPOs is at great prices still. Coinbase, Dash, Uber Eats. I mean, not Uber Eats, but you know, them IPOs, man. Let me go check them out. Yeah, it broke all the way down to about $89, $86. Jeez. A low of $73. Dang. Yeah, that's a good price. I think 73 is good. Got a bullish engulfing right now with the hammer. It may run up to 125 soon. But yeah, DoorDash, yeah, all these newer IPOs that's been slept on, pay attention to them, man. Airbnb. What's the low for Airbnb? $131. It's at 165 now. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay attention to these for sure. All right, anybody else? Y'all straight? All right, y'all. God bless y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure.